Restorative Justice by the Center for Justice and Reconciliation. Restorative justice views crime as something more than just breaking the law, because crime also causes harm to people, to relationships, and the community. Therefore, a just response must address those harms as well as the wrongdoing. If the parties are willing, the best way to do this is to help them meet, to discuss those harms, and how to go about bringing resolution. Other approaches are available if they are unable or unwilling to meet, but sometimes those meetings lead to transformational changes in their lives. Notice three big ideas here. Repair. Crime causes harm, and justice requires repairing that harm. Encounter. The best way to determine how to do that is to have the parties decide together. And transformation. This can cause fundamental changes in people, relationships, and communities. A number of programs have become associated with restorative justice because of the processes they use to respond to and repair the harm caused by crime. Victim-offender mediation programs use trained mediators to bring victims and their offenders together in order to discuss the crime, its aftermath, and the steps needed to make things right. Circles are similar to victim-offender mediation, but differ in that they involve not only the offender and victim, but also the family members, community members, and government representatives. Conferencing programs are also similar to victim-offender mediation, but they have tended to be more closely linked to the criminal justice system than either VOM or circles. Victim-offender panels bring together groups of unrelated victims and offenders linked by a common kind of crime, but not by the particular crimes that have involved the others. Victim assistance programs provide services to crime victims as they recover from the crime and proceed through the criminal justice process. Ex-offender assistance programs, these provide services to offenders while they are still in prison and on their release. Although reparative in nature, the following outcomes are not inherently restorative, since they can be, and have been, used in ways which are more destructive or vindictive than reparative. However, when they are the outcome of a restorative process, they can provide important avenues for making things right. Restitution programs require offenders to repay those who have been harmed by their offenses, generally through monetary payments, but in some cases through in-kind services to the victims. Community service programs require offenders to address the indirect harm to a community caused by crime by performing unpaid work that benefits the community. Victim compensation funds provide payment to victims by the government or another party unrelated to the offender in an amount based on the nature and extent of the harm received. Major benefits of restorative justice include: it substantially reduces repeat offending for some offenders, although not all. It reduces repeat offending more than prison for adults and at least as well as prison for youths. It doubles or more than doubles the offenses brought to justice as diversions from criminal justice. When used as a diversion, it helps reduce the cost of criminal justice. It provides both victims and offenders with more satisfaction than justice had been done than did traditional crime and justice. It reduces crime victims' post-traumatic stress symptoms and the related costs, and it reduces crime victims' desire for violent revenge against their offenders.